task in front of him. He needs to do some work for Bill Peshek. He needs to get some money so he can pay some of his bills. And he needs to also report to Sir Radzig and tell him about the sword. He might be a little bit hesitant about that since he disobeyed and went back to Skalitz after he was told not to. So we're going to get started. And I did some gathering and stuff, sold some few things, did a little bit of house cleaning. I'm not doing it, I did it offline so we can just go right to the playthrough. And let's just see what time it is. It's noon, so to get going. And what I like to do is I kind of like to get rid of some money. He has that, that's fine. We're not going to sell anything yet. So we're going to put some of these things. We found these. Oops, I didn't want to do that. That was a mistake. So let's go to weapons. Let's see what we got here. Weapons. Okay, that's good. Let's see, we have another. I'm going to grab some bandages. Yeah, I'm not going to use these ancient maps. I don't really think it's something I want to do. I just think it's kind of an exploit. I don't mind using the maps I find in game. That's fine. That's fair game. But the other ones, not really too keen on that. And I got enough mud to carry these with me, and I need to make sure I bring a spade because I have to dig up a body. So we should be good. Let's just make sure. Let's see what our stats are like. And we should be okay. Alright, off we go. And one of the things is we don't have a horse, so we get to run everywhere. That's not the greatest, but it also does bring up our vitality as long as you sprint. So we gotta head a little bit outside of town and find this body that's been buried with a ring on it. Kind of gross. There's a lot of space, so I'll probably collect some flowers and on the way there and on the way back. Let's see. And we're not going to take too much time. I'm just
Christ, wound. What a fucking stink. Nothing on the left hand. The right? Oh, shit. There's nothing there either. Where the fuck is that ring? Oh, the stench makes me want to puke. Peshek will pay for this.
Alright, so it looks like we've been given a bad steer. Ring ain't there where we were told it would be. Okay, well, since we're in the area, what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and go to town, talk to Sir Radzig. And so we're going to head into Perkish, then we want to go to that fast travel point. Huh. Sure. Didn't know we could do that. That's pretty cool. Save a little time. Okay, we've already gotten clear to see if they want to sell some of these flowers.
Come on up and take a look. I've got everything you need, day or night, at home or at work.
Some reason we're looping. Okay, that's good.
Rakes, spades, forks, and axes. All you need to tame Mother.
Good day to you. What do you need?
Good luck to you.
So this guy, he didn't like us much. Now we're kind of okay. And we have no money at all, so we're gonna sell. We're gonna sell a bandage. We got 10. Sell 2 of them. And we can always grab some back. I don't think we're getting into trouble. Sell that. Don't really need a scarf. Alright, so we got a little bit of coin. Not much. Not enough. Okay, let's sell some of those. Let's go to the other, see if there's anything else. Okay, we got some of this one. And we should be getting about 18, 19 groschen. So we're going to try to haggle a little bit.
Let's have a word about the price.
Naturally.
Since it's you.
I'd almost shake on that. Almost.
Oh, that's a decent price.
Alright, so that's a little bit of money. Some levels. We'll sell those later.
Aye. She only started not long ago. Always believed while there's still a bit of light.
Will that be the smith's son, Hal?
On my soul, it is him. What are you doing here, lad? We thought you were done for.
Bandits attacked me in Skalitz.
And why, for God's sake, did you go back there? Who else but cutthroats and bandits did you expect to find?
I needed to bury my parents.
Oh, I see. Your father fought like a lion. I'm sorry.
He saved my life.
And not just yours. He was a good man, and you did right to bury him.
I didn't even manage that. I failed to save him or put him to rest.
And just what could you have done at Skalitz? If you tried to fight, the both of you will be dead. He gave his life for yours, Hal. So you'd better make good use of it.
You're right. And just what are you doing here?
I must speak with Sir Radzig. Is he here?
He's in the palace with Sir Hanush of Rattay. They're feasting in the Knight's Hall. What do you want with him?
My father made him a sword. He asked me to deliver it to Sir Radzig.
I don't see any sword.
No. Bandits attacked me and stole it. I need to tell his lordship what happened. And then I'm going to find the sword.
Of course you are, Hal. Good luck.
Thanks.
Okay, so we're going to go talk to Sir Radzig. This ought to be interesting.
Your Graces, I have to tell you in all seriousness that this land of ours is in the shit. Deep fucking shit. Don't you agree?
I might not have put it as eloquently as you, Hanush, but I've been driven out of my own castle, so I'm hardly going to disagree.
Indeed. But Pilchstein is yours for as long as you need it. There's room enough for your men and you here at Rattay, and I'm sure my ward won't have any objection to me lending you his castle.
I'd be honored. Pilchstein is at your disposal as long as you wish, Your Grace.
Just as well you have another castle at the other end of town, eh? At any rate, I'm beholden to you, Sir Hans, and to you, Sir Hanush.
I don't like to speak ill of your people, Sir Radzig, but, well, there's no love lost between the townsfolk and the refugees. There's been talk of criminality.
Well, they'll have to get used to it until the situation's resolved.
But when will it be resolved? And what on God's earth is this war even about? I won't lie, sir. I don't understand it.
You aren't alone, Father. I believe Sigismund's original intention was to persuade Wenceslas to accept the imperial crown and to leave the rule of Bohemia to him.
Who could blame him? I know Wenceslas is a friend of yours, Radzig, but even you have to admit he brought it upon himself.
I can't deny the king neglected affairs of state for other pursuits. There is a need for order in the land, but I don't think the lords who sided with Sigismund realized just what Hungarian order looks like.
It is more to Radzig than
Hungarian order.
What concerns me, sir, is how a good Christian could resort to such
And they're giving you a lot of
brutality.
backstory on this war. This is
To give
it's
him
really
his
a
due, I don't
very
think he expected the
fascinating
lords of this
aspect
country to
time
stand
period,
behind
and
the
showing
king.
the problems of
But
the
thanks to
Holy
him,
Roman
we're
Empire.
tearing ourselves apart, and now he has
Just
to get
remember,
things under
Holy
control.
Roman
But
Empire,
why in
they're
God's
only
name does he have to
Roman
use those
Empire.
barbarians?
Money is the root of all evil, young sir. Wars are costly, and this one has dragged on for a year. Sigismund ran out of coin for knights, so he recruited those whore sons that settled in Hungary. The less he pays, the more they make up for it with plunder.
That's why he attacked us. He was after our silver.
What are you doing? You've no business here. Clear off.
Wait, it's Henry. Henry, who disappeared after I clearly ordered him to remain at Taunberg.
I'm sorry, sir, but I had to bury my parents.
Had to? Do you think you were the only man who lost someone there? But the others listened to their lord.
Yeah, he's not
And it wasn't just your own life you nearly threw away. So Robard and his men risked theirs to save you.
I'm sorry, but I had to.
Oh, there you go. When you have to, Radzig.
He is not too happy.
Your father was a remarkable man, and your mother, she was remarkable too. They deserved a Christian burial. Did you manage that at least?
No. I was attacked by thieves. I wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for that girl.
This is not good.
Girl?
The miller's
Getting him to
daughter,
save the girl might
Teresa.
be the best thing.
The miller's daughter saved you from the footpads? Well, there's a tale to tell your children.
I owe her my life.
Your children.
She distracted them and then brought me to Rattay. But without Sir Robard, we'd both be dead.
Oh, that's what I call a good woman. Hang on to that one, lad.
Still, it's a great shame your parents are buried in unconsecrated ground. That means purgatory for them.
Be quiet, Friar. I didn't invite you here to eat me out of house and home and deliver a sermon while you were doing it.
If you're so concerned, Father, maybe you should save the innocent souls of these fine Christians yourself. Go to Skalitz and consecrate their graves.
There you go.
I assure you, if you're killed by bandits, your soul will soar straight to heaven, as long as someone buries you in consecrated ground first.
If there's a carcass of yours would be quite a the wolves and the crows, and one skeleton looks much like another, so how would we know which were your ordained bones or those of Sigismund's Tartars?
Be that as it may, why have you come here?
I must get your sword back.
Sword? My sword hangs here at my side.
No, the sword my father forged for you. One of those thieves stole it from me.
They almost killed him and he already wants to go back.
Takes after his father, I suppose.
Yeah, so his father
Lad,
also has a
I've lost a
backstory.
castle, a village, silver mines, and a good half of my subjects. Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father
Probably was
forged,
a
and I
warrior
promised him I'd deliver it to you.
Doesn't want him to fight.
I understand. I'd feel the same way. But prudence is the better part of valor, and a dead man keeps no promises.
Aye. The woman had to save his fat from the fire, and now he wants revenge. What kind of fool are you, boy?
He's no fool. Henry, you have courage, but you need training, arms, a horse. Or do you mean to beat this thief at dice?
No, sir. Please, take me into your service and give me the chance to learn these things.
The gall of him. Fled from the enemy, disobeyed your orders, duped Sir Divish, lost your sword, put Sir Robard in danger with his actions, and now he wants a promotion.
Sir Capon's right.
What you say is certainly true, except for fleeing the enemy. You would have run as well, believe me. Henry's earned some punishment, but how do you punish someone who's already lost everything, Courage and blind obedience are good qualities for a soldier, but a wise man also appreciates loyalty, perseverance, and determination.
So he doesn't want
Besides,
just
that
to
was
be
a fine
soldier,
sword
it
that his
seems.
father made. If he thinks he can get it back, I won't turn it down.
My lord, he's a peasant. You can't make a squire of a peasant.
Why not? Someone made a priest of a pig.
He isn't a peasant, father, he's a blacksmith, and recent events have left me in need of his skills. So, you'd like to enter my service?
Sir, Yes, I would. You won't regret it.
Oh, I probably will. I'm doing this for your father, lad. Don't it disappoint me.
Oh, fortune has
His
finally
father and
smiled
they have
on
a
you today,
backstory.
lad. Make the most of it.
Now that I think about it, Sir Hanush, the boy needs training and experience, and you need spear carriers.
That's true. The bailiff is always complaining about your people making trouble in the camp. Maybe one of their own among the guard might help.
It might. In any event, it will prove valuable experience.
But let's be clear. You're the one paying him. Captain Bernard, see to his training, and then send him to the bailiff.
Yes, sir.
And don't spare him.
You can rely on it, sir.
Don't forget, Henry. Don't disappoint me.
I won't, my lord.
So he's entered into the service of Sir Radzig, but he's going to be loaned out. And we've moved up a level. We can now participate in tournaments. That's good. Get our butts handed to us. So, not bad. Let's see what else we have here. What time is it? It is almost 6 o'clock, so I think what I'm going to do is I don't have time to probably go do much else. Hanging out at night is not usually a wise thing. Let's see if we can run into anyone we knew and get the lay of the land here. Maybe pick up some flowers and herbs and deal them out. Make a few bits of money. explored stuff, and there's someone here. Looks like unexplored pit. There's an activity over there, so let's go to that guy.
Spades, forks, and axes. All you need to tame Mother Nature.
Garlic, carrots, beetroot, onions, all that grows in the ground. Fresh.
Bread
Come
baked
right
just
up.
this morning. Bread.
Baron's wife. Let's just say hi to her. Someone we know with
God
the
be
name.
with you. Do you need anything?
Nah, thought you might give me some
May the
information.
Lord watch over you.
Where's this activity person? Let's look again. Okay. There's an activity person right there. Hey, hi to someone. Not sure who it is.
God be with you.
Oh.
Are you the brawler who takes bets?
What's it to you?
I'm a Skalitz refugee, and I'd like to try my luck against you.
Hang on, I know who you are. And I'll only fight you for silver. Got it?
Why for silver?
Do I really have to tell you? Look at yourself, and then look at the others. All they've got to wager is their labor. But you've got coin.
Are there any rules?
Aye, a couple. Whoever lands on his arse or runs loses. And no knives, axes, or any of that shit. You'll forfeit your wager for that, got it?
All right, let's fight then, if you think you can take me.
Hold your horses, laddie. First you have to prove you're a worthy opponent for me by beating 2 other regular brawlers. Stephen and a fellow they call Ringlet.
Alright. Alright, so we got an activity. Let's see what else is here. Flowers and stuff to pick. There's a butcher. And this one is scour along here for herbs. Some chamomile. Some nettles. And it's like there's some used to make nettle soup. Every little bit helps, especially when you have nothing. You also have to go to sleep again late, so make some And again, I know this is not the most exciting thing, but there's not a lot of time, and I figured I'd do something productive, make a little bucks. I don't some credit for that, because we've done a few bad things, and I have a feeling we're going to be doing a few more not so nice things. Okay, cool. Maybe a couple bucks worth of stuff. We'll see.
Be merciful. What am I to do? The poor wretch whose home was
And someone's name.
My respects to you.
How does life in Rattay suit you?
See how they're doing here.
Them Rattay folk would rather drive us out of here. They won't give us no work, and they won't let us beg. So what are we supposed to do? Fucking war.
It's a rough situation. Alright.
Take care now.
We know what happened to Scallons. So we can go to the tournament, but I don't have any money, and I can get my ass handed to me. Okay, we're gonna sell some plows to this guy. I don't have any money.
My respects to you.
Those nettles add up. See if we can get an extra penny out of them.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Aye?
See if we can get.
Is this enough?
We're getting there. Just drop the price a bit more.
Alright, let's. Hey, a little bit more. Every bit helps.
I'll go for that.
Okay. That's good. Let's keep exploring.
I'll get home.
Kind of
A
way
torch
over
will
there.
help. Your
Looks
fields
like
lie
we got a
fallow.
shop coming up there. Who is this? Oh, Stephen, we can fight him. So let's do that.
A good day to you. What do you need?
You're Stephen, aren't you? Milan tells me he won't fight me until I beat you.
Oh, yeah? And why would you want to? Well, never mind. I'll fight you if you pay me. What do you say?
Okay.
Take care now.
2 groschen.
Yeah.
better pick that place clean. Okay, we're heading back home, and work on our skills.
God be with you. Do you need anything?
Let's see what she sells.
Good luck then.
Alright, I think we buy hides there. Alright, we can sell some stuff here, so let's unload these. Also, I'm going to sell 2 bandages, and I have others in the thing.
Can we do something about the price?
Naturally.
Agree?
That's better. Drop it a bit more and we'll call it a deal.
That's good.
I knew we'd come to an arrangement.
Alright. Not bad. Hey, look. Criminal maintenance kit.
Let's talk about the price.
Aye.
Is this enough?
That sounds pretty interesting. A little less and I'll be satisfied.
You know what, I'll take that.
I'll go for that.
Right, not bad. Little victories. So we are to early sleeps.
Henry, I'm so glad to see you.
What's that dog you have?
I know that.
He looks familiar.
Don't you remember him? It's Mart, the butcher's dog from Skalitz.
Ah, of course. When I went back to bury my parents, he was guarding his master's dead body. A faithful dog. How come he's here?
When we carted you here, we took Mutt along too. He's been hanging around the mill ever since.
How's he doing?
A lot better now. I slipped him something good now and again when Uncle wasn't looking.
He won't starve to death then. What does the miller have to say about it?
He can't stand him.
How's that?
Every time he sees him, he starts shouting that he's a useless mouth to feed and that'll skin him.
Jesus.
And it didn't even soften his heart when Mutt brought a hare from the woods. He was happy to eat it, but it didn't change his mind.
I could have a word with him.
That would be a waste of time.
Does he obey you?
Me? Not much. He's got a mind of his own, and I'm just not strict enough.
Ah, spoilt then.
No, he just hasn't learned many commands. But he's well able to beg for a piece of meat.
How long has he been with you?
More or less since we came here. He runs off now and again, but he always comes back. Sometimes I don't see him all day. I think he likes to go wandering.
So he's doing quite well then?
Yeah. I'd keep him, but he reminds me too much of Tinker, you know? I don't want to think about Skalitz. So I thought maybe you might take him with you?
Me?
Right.
I'm sure the two of you would get on great. He's a handsome
Dog would
fella
be
and
useful.
lovable. I'd be very happy if you had him.
But we never had a dog at the smithy. We never needed one.
Come on. He's got no one.
All right.
I'm a sucker for
I'll
dogs.
take him.
I have dogs.
He can keep me company on my travels.
Thanks, Henry.
Love those dogs.
Go and get him then.
All right, German Shepherds.
He's
weren't
sniffing
around
around somewhere
the 20th
here.
Century or late 19th century innovation. Now let's find this dog. Where is this mutt? Wormwood is good. That one's not so. That's rare. Let's see if I can find this dog.
Hey, Mutt.
Hey,
Remember me?
don't you want a little wager on the Rattay tournament?
From Skalitz. Remember? Wanna go with me? Come on then. We'll get on like a house on fire. Follow me.
Okay, so I have these dogs. And, alright. Let's talk to Miller Patrick about our problem.
God be with you.
There was a corpse in the grave, but no ring. What the fuck is going on?
Easy, Hal. Hold your horses. If the ring wasn't on the corpse, the executioner must have taken it before he buried the body.
I can see where this is going. You want me to get the ring from the executioner?
Clever lad. Only I wouldn't recommend talking to him about it. He's a bit touchy on the subject of robbing the dead.
Yeah.
It'd be better to pinch it from his house.
Dogs. We'll figure it out.
All right, I'll go and find that ring.
It should be in a trunk somewhere in the house. And look here, Henry. Do you know how to get past a lock?
Get past a lock? You mean jemmy it off with a crowbar?
No, you don't. I mean the delicate, gentle art of opening it quietly and with sensitivity, like popping a young maiden's cherry.
Oh, that was...
I have some experience.
All right. I'm glad to hear you're not as clumsy as you look. Here's a lockpick for the job.
Alright, let's see.
Can you tell me something about the other millers?
There's a couple of other fellows around here in my trade. Wojciech in Kohelnitz and Simon in Sassa.
Tell me about Wojciech.
He's young and hot-blooded with a short temper. But he's a fine fellow when you get to know him. His heart's in the right place, and he's always willing to lend a helping hand. Unfortunately, he got himself into a feud with that usurer, the merchant Wolfram Pruder. The slimy bastard he is. And now they're sworn enemies.
What about this Simon in Sasau?
An odd one he is. A loner who don't talk much. But he's as dogged as a hunting hound once he gets his teeth into anything. He won't let go until he sees it through, even if he has to walk over dead bodies.
Let's see what he offers in training. I really want to pay that debt. I'm going to see this.
Would you teach me something about the milling craft? Like how to get things out of strangers' purses into your own?
Aye, why not? You're handy enough. No doubt you'll master it. Come behind the mill where we won't be seen. May the Lord watch over you.
I'm not good at this. I'll see how it goes. So I'm going to be reading this. I don't do this often, but I might try it.
I'll stand here and pretend I don't know you're there. You try sneaking up behind me without me seeing you and take something from my purse. First, you have to rummage in the purse. The longer you do it, the better chance you have of finding something valuable, but also of getting caught in the act. Once you've found something you want, you've got to pull it out, carefully, but fast enough so I don't notice. Try stealing my dagger. It's there, mixed up with other things.
I'm going to have to read this. If you caught with your fingers, it won't be good. Holding E, begin pocketing. First step is a grip round. Press by holding, that's not easy, especially your victim. The longer you grope, the more time you will have. In order then to steal, you have to exceed the minimum time for groping, which you will recognize by the background. The rose change your bright green. Left for the second stage of stealing is shown by the number in the middle of the rosette. Keep an eye close on the color rosette. When it's light green, your victim has no chance of catching you. Darker in turn red, your chance of getting caught increase. Okay, let's see the next page. Here you dipped your hand into someone's purse and you have to get it out. With the loot before your time is up, the place that you're stealing. Okay. Here are some items you have groped. You can find out. Then by using E. Then by pressing E again, you can steal it. If you're an experienced bucket expert on items, you quickly learn the item expert perk of the stolen item. The item you've just stolen. I have no, it's really. For your con, you determine how long it is by the time decide this deal in question. Let's keep going. Alright, I'm really not sure, but we're just gonna try this.
Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. I'll stand here and pretend I don't. First, you have to. Once you've found something, try stealing my dagger. I'll stand. Once you've found some, try stealing my. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again.
I'm not sure I understand this.
Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again.
Got it.
That's the way. I hardly noticed you were there. I think you're ready to try it out for real. Best practice on drunks and sleeping folk, so you don't end up in jail before you even get started.
Thanks, Peshek.
You're welcome. But I'll be having that dagger back now.
Okay.
Hey.
So we're gonna go ahead and call it a night. I wanna just check out what we have here. And let's check our stats and skills. Main level is 4. We got 2 perks, so let's see what we can get here. Alright, first aid we have aesthetic, I don't like it. Q, manly odor, no. Night rider, nah. Scout, maybe. I like this renegade brown. I'm gonna take that in case you're jailed. Just being jailed. I have a phone to get jailed sooner or later because I'm not gonna be totally doubly do right. Alright, let's go up. Okay, another point there. Let's see, our skill strength is 4, 3, terrible, vitality 2, speech is I don't think there's anything here, final offer. Empathetic might be good, but I don't like any of those in particular. Skills, lock taking, maintenance, we get a skill. Let's see what they're offering. Okay. Run longer, that's not bad. That's really not bad. Stuffing, 6
to wager on the Rattay tourney?
Okay, so I got some money. We're going to call it a night. A lot of early to bed, early to rise. Alright. So we're going to